Sagittarius, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early June 2025. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Sagittarius collective. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guide, spirit team, talk to me. What do we got for the Saggies in early June, please? What energies, messages, insights can we take a little peek at? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Saggy. Early June, what's the vibe? What's the energy? Still using the creepy Alice deck, pardon me. Tongue twister there. There we go. Cool. All right, so I just saw this in the Leo reading. I've shuffled this deck so much in between readings. This could be really good, and it kind of fits the theme that I've been seeing for all the fire signs this week in particular. All must have prizes. So interesting. It's a giving, it's a generous type of energy, but I also have to think of blessings and abundance when this card shows up, which can be really nice. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the June subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk more in depth about this. So I always say with this deck, it's very intuitive. You don't just go off of the picture or the words here. But the vibe it gives me is, one, very generous. And yeah, it showed up in the Leo reading too, which is odd because this is a very rare card. In the weeks and weeks I've been using this deck, this hasn't shown its face once. Now I get it for 2 fire signs. For some of you, this could be a blessing, abundance, or win coming in from the universe, which is really nice. For some Saggies, maybe it's just recognizing the abundance of the reality we're in right now. I know we're talking big picture there. If anyone could hang with that, it's you, Saggy. But to me, it could just be opening giving. So whether this is you opening up to something being a little more generous, maybe somebody else is opening up to you, that could very much be a possibility. So as you can see, there's layers to it, but every layer to me feels good. That's just how it's presenting itself. So we're just going to put it down right there. Let's get into tarot. And yeah, I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Shuffle it one time here for my Saggies. What do we got in early June? And while we get this deck shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. It was centered around communication. Your reading was titled An Unexpected Talk. And that's an energy that could bleed over for a couple weeks. So whether it was a conversation you weren't ready to have or weren't expecting to have, or with somebody you weren't expecting to talk to, it could have been any of those things. It could have been all of those things. But it was strongly centered around communication. So I wouldn't be surprised if that energy sticks for a couple weeks. But we're going to see what shows up for you this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else's, right? Let's get it going. 3 cards for my Saggy friends. What's happening in early June? What is the energy? Okay. I mean, different than this card, that's for sure. We're starting off with the devil. Yikes. It's okay. Listen, that's only the start of the reading. We don't just focus on the first card. We look at the reading as a whole. But yeah, when that devil shows up, it's worth noting. That's for sure. I usually start, or like starting with an action card. I mean, opposites. We have like a fully grounded card, and now we have the tower in the center. Don't get nervous here, Saggy. Stay with me. Stick with me. Let's get one more out, then we'll start really piecing this together. Let's see what's happening. What do we got for my good friends? Please. Devil and tower. Okay. You're going to have a bonus as well, but you have the 10 of Wands right here on the back end. An easy energy, but it's okay. Remember, we need to clarify a lot more detail, and this could be somebody else. And we also have the Lovers sitting right there, partnerships, connections. Now, we're not just going to solely focus on the lovers in this reading. This isn't only about partnerships. Let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get into that juicy, intuitive stuff. But at first glance, yeah, we do have some challenging energies this week, and that's okay. One thing I want to mention before we even start talking about the elements and stuff like that is that you are a creator being. Tarot readings are mirrors. Yeah, they can represent potential sometimes, but this is a reflection potentially. So just know you can always create the change you want. If there are energies here that you don't want to claim, don't claim them. If there's something, this could just be the universe making you aware of something ahead of time, so you have like a heads up. But know that you can change it. I always want to empower you, so know that. But elementally, we have earth, we have water, we have fire, we have air. We have the whole damn zodiac out here, right? So it could be any sign, all signs. There's just all elements at play, which can work in your favor. We do have some energies that are extreme, though. That's the one thing I will mention, like with the devil, very grounded, very set in stone. We have the tower, upheaval. So they're two big extremes. And with the 10 wands on the back end, those are energies that won't work best with you in this time. Any sort of energetic extreme. It's all about that middle path. But let's go through this piece by piece and really build it out. Position number one, we're starting with the devil. Now, for some of you, that could be a Capricorn you're connected to. Maybe you have some Capricorn placements. If that's the case, cool. We don't have to worry too much about the devil. Again, it's grounded. It's not all bad, okay? I just want to keep that in everyone's awareness as well. We'll talk about the positives. The devil is closely tied to the material world. So money, business, work things. It's just very grounded. It's the world around us, the 3D, when we see the devil. Now, it can be problematic. It can represent situations. This could be a warning of some kind. It could be addictions. It could be toxicity. Like, it ranges a whole wide gamut of things. But I will just say the devil energy, it gets under the skin. It's an energy. It's not easy to shake. So for some Saggies, there could be either a behavior, a thought process, a person, you name it, where it's like the energy's gotten under your skin and the energy is here. However, if there's any energy that can shake it loose, that's what's coming up right now. In the center, we have the tower. Oh no, the dreaded tower. It's not all bad. I always say every tower has potential to be good as well. But you see it. The imagery there is not the nicest, right? We got the people falling out of the tower. It looks pretty scary with the lightning bolt. It could be a Scorpio. So again, if you're connected to a Capricorn and a Scorpio, nothing to it, right? But the tower to me is a shock of any kind. So it could be a good one. Who's to say this isn't a good tower coming in for you, especially with the devil starting us off? So like, yeah, maybe there is a change coming. Maybe there is a shift. Maybe there's a twist in an energy or a situation that we're going to want to look at. Because when I see devil into tower, it's like something becoming dislodged or something that was stuck becoming unstuck. That's initially what I'm feeling here. But just know, yeah, towers could be upheaval, it could be endings, it could be hitting the reset button. It's a very karmic type of energy, but it just holds the energy of shock. That's the thing. Moving to the back end, and we'll need to explore all this further. I don't yet want to say that this reading has a whole bunch of warnings for you, but I will if it shows up. You know, I'll always be honest with the energy I'm feeling. We have the 10 of Wands. Now, the good thing about this, there's no quit in this card. This is an energy through the tough times. It will see it through. For some Saggies, maybe you just have your mind set on something and it's like, I will see it through. It's just very determined to keep on pushing, keep on going. So I love the 10 of Wands in that sense. But at the same time, it's a card that's heavy. It's a burden. So whether it's an emotional burden, a mental burden, a physical burden, it could be all the burdens that someone's experiencing when this card is here. I also say watch out for areas like the neck, back, and spine when this card shows up, because you could be holding a lot of tension there when this card is in the mix. So there's good to the 10 of Wands, but the big thing that I feel for a lot of Saggies in this time, any sort of energetic extreme is something that would be best avoided for now. You know, there's times and places where you could deal with these and work them and do what you got to do, but going from like the impacted energy into something coming loose, it could be very draining for you, where it's like either full go or full stop. Like there's no middle ground with this energy. So just watch out for any sort of extreme. It's all about that nice middle path. Now here on the back end, we have the Lovers. This could represent a very important individual, soul ties, soul connections. The good thing about it is the Archangel Raphael, the Archangel of healing. So with all this energy, Lovers is a good card to have, because it's like, all right, there's protective healing energy with you. So I like this as a bonus. You might be connected to a Gemini. Maybe you have some Gemini placements yourself. We're in Gemini season right now, as at the time of this filming. But it doesn't always have to be romance. For some of you, this could be an individual that can help you through. This could be an important individual that's tied into all this stuff. So I want to dive deeper on all of it, Saji. Let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay. Let's get a good shuffle here for my Saggy friends, please. What is happening? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on the devil. Oh, and yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Saggy, could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, devil time. Why is the devil here? There's an energy that's sticking around, but it's for a purpose. So we have the Six of Cups in the upright. Like, it's just an energy that's very difficult to shake. Now, again, this doesn't have to be you. This could be someone else you're connected to. But when I see the Six of Cups, it's very similar to the Lovers. And to me, the Six of Cups, aside from soul ties and soul connections, it represents the past. It represents history. It represents memories. So when I see the devil and the Six of Cups together, it's like this energy isn't going anywhere. I mean, we'll see how it all plays out, but it's like this energy, it's there. Now, does that mean it's something you have to deal with right now, right this second? No, I don't feel like there's a rush to deal with this energy, whatever it might be. I'd be more concerned if the Six of Cups was in reverse. Then I'd be like, whoa, huge, toxic, like worst case scenario, but it didn't come out in reverse. So I don't know. This could be good and very dependable for some of you. Remember, it's all about your perspective and how you view this. So when we see the devil in the Six of Cups and the Lovers here on the back end, this could be just a very dependable person where, like, doesn't matter what's going on. It doesn't matter the extremes of energy. This is a very reliable energy. But for some of you, at the same time, it's like a thought I can't shake, a memory I can't shake, an energy I can't shake for whatever reason. I think there's a reason for it. Because if there wasn't a reason for it, this energy would have been long gone. That's how it feels to me. Like, if there wasn't a reason for it, this energy would have been long gone. Let's keep moving over to the Tower. Let's see if we get more clarity as we move along. So why is the Tower here for my Saggy friends? What is happening? Okay. All right. So we have the King of Wands in the upright underneath this Tower. Like the self-destruct. It's like something self-destructing. Potentially, that's an odd message to get in a general reading, Saji. I'm sorry if that wasn't jiving with you, but when I see the Tower and one of your power cards underneath it, it's like, no, I'm pulling the plug. I'm bringing this Tower in. It's like I'm purposely bringing a Tower in for one reason or another. So again, for some of you, I mean, maybe you're just going through some shocking shifts or changes in your life right now, right? And part of it could be because you're the one that started the ball rolling, even if you didn't realize it. Because it's like, all right, well, the energy that's happening, I don't want to say it feels self-induced, but it kind of does. Does that make sense? You know, I'm always going to be honest with the energy I feel. Because, yeah, the King of Wands and the Tower, it's like this person's purposefully doing something. They're purposely bringing some havoc for whatever reason. So I feel like it shows up in a lot of different ways. For some of you, again, it could be shocking shifts or changes within yourself, big time of transformation. But at the same time, I feel like this is someone that they're purposely doing something, or they're purposely bringing the Tower in. Like, it feels a little self-destructive for some reason. Again, no judgment here. That's another thing I want to mention in my readings, regardless of who I'm picking up on or what I'm picking up on. No judgment from me. I'm just telling you how it feels to me. Let's move over to the Ten of Wands. Maybe we'll get more resolution. But yeah, that could be definitely a shocking shift of energy. And just watch out for anyone that has self-destructive tendencies, stuff like that. That's so bizarre. So this could be a warning. This could be an important warning. It could be a serious warning, of course, with the things we have here. Because when a devil, Six of Cups, and then this, it's like somebody that lives the same cycles, where it's like, all right, I'm going to relive this. I'm going to relive this. I'm going to relive this. It's very cyclical for some reason. So I do think it could be a very important warning. Two of Swords in reverse, and it doesn't get easier. It's like when there's a mouse or a hamster on the hamster wheel, you know, the outcome is always predictable. I don't know why I'm going on this tangent, my friends. But Two of Swords in reverse underneath the Ten of Wands, it's like, yeah, no, this energy is difficult. This energy is going to be hard, but that's to be expected. So like, there's not a lot of mystery here. I feel like for any Saggies, if like you're in a situation where you're looking for answers or you're confused, you just got to go within. You'll have all the answers there. But to me, this feels like a hamster on a wheel for whatever reason, where it's like, all right, well, the path forward is very predictable. If the hamster keeps running on the wheel, it's going to keep going round and round and round and round until the hamster stops and gets off the wheel. I'm not saying I necessarily see that right now. Two of Swords in reverse, it could be the unknown coming to light. So again, like with this tower, the shifting energy, the shocking energy all over the place. When I see this in reverse underneath the Ten of Wands, it could be someone where something's harder than they thought it would be, a process that is more difficult than they perceived it or thought it to be. So we'll just have to, I mean, just take it however it hits for you. And just remember what I said early on. You are a creator being, okay? You are a creator being. You have the ability to choose. You have the ability to change things at will. That's what I believe. But let's go through and do a quick recap. Then we'll get into the shadow card. So yours is very unique this week, that's for sure, Saggy. So if this is somebody else's energy, wow, very intense. But if you kindly look in the box, position number 1, we have the Devil with the Six of Cups in the upright. It doesn't feel toxic to me for the most part, but it's like an energy that's just very difficult to shake. It's an energy that's there. And I believe it's there for a reason. Now, this could represent somebody that has old patterns, old behaviors. I don't want to use other words to describe it, but I think you understand what I'm getting at. This is someone that has ingrained behaviors for one reason or another. And moving to the center, we have the Tower with the King of Wands. So either this is like a self-destructive type of energy. I feel like somebody bringing that tower in on purpose. Now, for some of you, that could be a great thing. It could be a big shakeup or a twist or shift or whatever word we're putting on it. But it's not accidental. And it feels like self-induced for whatever reason. Moving to the back end, we have the 10 wands with the 2 of swords. So yeah, someone on a hamster wheel of some sort, where it's like they live the cycle. They keep running the cycle, running the cycle, running the cycle. And that cycle goes on as long as the hamster's on the wheel. That's the main vibe. Now, for another portion of you, it could be someone that's something's more difficult than they thought it would be. So you take that however it hits. I do feel like there are some important or serious warnings in this. But again, you could change it. You could always shift it. It's easier said than done, but it can be done. So please take a screenshot if you want to look into it further. Let's see what's in the shadows. And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a good thing too. So let's get you one. And if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. All right, let's get this going. What do we got for Miss Saggies, please? And just so many random things popped up in this week's reading. Okay, we have the 3 of Pentacles. So for some of you, all this energy we're seeing could just be someone you're connected to, someone in your circle. 3 of Pentacles to me represents the people we surround ourselves with. Now, the good thing about this, it could represent work, it could represent career, it could represent business. So, I mean, maybe some of the themes we're looking at here could tie into those. But the challenge with this, sometimes it could be a person around you that's like really a thorn in the side or difficult to work with. But again, I also feel an energy that's keeping itself busy too. So for some Saggies, maybe you're just doing a lot to keep yourself busy, keep your mind busy, like here, there, and everywhere. The energy feels a little frazzled when I see this in the shadows. So again, whether it's you or somebody else, it's like, I gotta stay busy, I gotta stay busy, I gotta stay busy. So we're just gonna leave it at that. My beautiful friends, that's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet. I'm going to give you the details of the June subscriber surprise. If you would like further insight on your situation, you can book a personal reading with me at my website, mastermetaphysics.com. The June calendar is open, so you can go check for availability. But for the June subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 3 copies of one of my most favorite decks ever, the Everyday Witches Tarot. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things as always. First, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments if you could manifest something right now instantly, what would it be? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.